I think that's an important point because even as we speak, the Karnataka High Court has found a prima facie case against Sudhir Chaudhary, where again it's become a political battle between the Congress and the BJP, but it's also offered him protection from coercive action, at least in the interim. Time for last comment. Sanjay Hegde, I think Rahul raises the absolutely pertinent point. Is this symbolic? Is this going to start a chain reaction of tit for tat lists by national parties and then go down all the way to regional parties? Is this the opposition issuing this statement while trying to broker peace behind the scenes and get a more media, sort of opposition friendly media? What's actually going on according to you?
No, quite frankly, the opposition has had it with these guys. They don't expect them to get any better. So why give them more oxygen? So that's more or less. If tit for tat happens, so be it. There will be the same divisions in the media that have happened in this divided country over the past 10 years. You have divided houses, you have divided WhatsApp groups, you will have divided media. So what's so wrong?
Okay. So in a sense, you're saying this is the new normal, as it were. Shashi, you said that lists like this have not been issued. But Manisha, coming to you in a second. But proxies have been used. Trolls are political proxies. The trolls are political proxies. Let's talk about trolls. People, you said people are not named. There are routine little memes and posters of journalists calling them anti-national, putting a hit or literally a hit on them. So this happens, and this cannot happen without political patronage.
See, it happens on social media. Social media is very noisy. There's all kinds of stuff that happens, but it's not institutional, right? I think there's a very fundamental difference there. And to Sanjay's comment that, why give them oxygen? Well, the list has made them famous. You've only given them more oxygen. Now more people are going to watch them. So I don't think that has helped one bit what the Congress wanted. If the real issue is hate speech, I think what you should be agitating for is, how do you make this whole self-regulating mechanism effective? Which nobody is talking about. Only the Supreme Court has talked about it recently, but beyond that, nobody is talking about it, right? So yeah. I think that needs to be dealt with separately. But this whole, culture that you've now started of putting out a list out there and whitelisting and blacklisting journalists, I think is very, very dangerous. It's very unhealthy for the democracy, and I don't think the Congress has done the right thing.
Manisha, the point is that do you see a substantive difference between de facto boycotts and published boycotts?
Yeah, I mean, of course, because there's a list doing the rounds. So there is a sort of difference. And with, a boycott that's not known, you're always guessing and you're always trying. So this is not a closed door. I just want to add a little more nuance to our earlier discussion on hyperpartisanship. And so, we've accepted, okay, that you're going to be a Modi bhakt or you're going to be a BJP bhakt. ठीक है, आप as an anchor ये कर रहे हैं. But I think the problem is a little more here where you see that it's not just praise of one party, it's also active demonization of opposition and with the help of lies and misinformation often. Where, recent case where it was said that the Karnataka government is just giving things to minorities and not doing anything for Hindus. So how does a political party tackle that? I personally do think that when opposition leaders come prepared on some of these anchors shows, like Priyanka Chaturvedi recently had gone to Navika's show and she rattled off the number of shows she had done on Riya and Sushant and asked her how many shows have you done on Manipur. So that immediately, you can drive home your narrative. You can explain where you're coming from. You can also convey to your viewer what's wrong with the kind of programming that you're seeing. It requires a little more homework. But I think maybe that is a little more effective way of even countering what you may feel is bias or partisanship against you.